Hi guys, today I'm here with...
I'm Elizabeth.
I have a question for you. What's the secret to getting married?
Truthful and honesty and great. It has to be good. Yes, number one.
Yes.
All right. Love you guys.
What's the biggest red flag in a guy?
Doesn't text like 24 hours after a date.
24 hours after a date. It's okay,
Yeah,
so like being ghosted, do you mean, or like...
If he's just not like consistent.
Okay, so how long until like a guy should text you after like a first date?
Like the next day and be like, hey, had a good time.
How do you ghost a guy?
Then I would probably say like, I'm not feeling it anymore. You know? Like I wouldn't ghost if I really like them.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done in bed?
Oh God. God.
What's the biggest red flag you have in a guy?
Doesn't like the song Galloway Girl by Ed Sheeran.
Galloway Girl by Ed Sheeran.
If he doesn't like it, red flag.
What's the biggest red flag in a guy?
When they can't drive 20 seconds down the road to come see you.
Are you saying like an ex-boyfriend or something like...
Some guy I used to talk to, he could have drive 20 seconds down the road to come see me.
If you were to like leave a guy, what would be like the number one reason you like left a guy? Like what would be a reason you didn't want to be with him anymore?
They control my finances.
They steal your money or what?
They just watch everything I spend.
What's the craziest thing you've done in the bedroom?
I don't know, honestly.
Have you sucked some toes?
No. Would you suck toes?
If I love the person a lot, I would suck toes.
Would you suck all of them?
I would suck 10.
What would you do if you had 11 toes?
I would suck that 11th for sure, dude.
What are like the best qualities in a girl?
Smile, ability to cook, and ability to bring peace of mind.
Would you ever want to get married to me?
No.
Why not?
You're very pretty, but you're not my type. I like girls a little bit taller and girls that kind of don't go around asking a bunch of questions to people.
What's the biggest red flag in a guy?
I like women. Biggest red flag is not popping your...
Not. Okay, so what would you do if they like didn't? Would you just like not talk to them anymore or what?
teach 'em.
How would you teach them?
I mean, just showing them, you know what I'm saying?
How did you lose your virginity?
So I lost my virginity at some random person's backyard on like their lawn chair.
How old were you?
I was 17, but then he accused me of because he had a girlfriend. So it was crazy.
What's the biggest red flag in a guy?
When they wear boat shoes,
What is boat shoes?
like Sperry's or like things like that. I think it's just like weird. Also, when they brag about how much money they make.
Okay, so you don't like a guy with like a huge ego.
Right. Yeah.
What do you look for in a guy?
A good sense of humor, a good work ethic, and incredibly attractive.
So you're a homewrecker?
Well, I didn't know he had a girlfriend. I didn't know. I was unaware of the situation.
So how did you fix it? Like, did you ever like recover from it or no?
Well, people in school were asking me if I was so obviously I'm 5'1", 100 pounds. Like, I didn't anyone, especially losing my virginity. So it was like an ongoing joke. I didn't really know fix anything. He looked like a bag and a liar. So I was good at the end of the day, and I didn't really care.
What are the worst qualities in a girl?
I don't know. I like all girls.
So there's no red flags in any girls?
Hell no, cause I don't see myself being with no girl. I just feel me. I don't look at none of that.
So you never want to get married to any of them?
No, hell no.
But you slept with him though?
I was drunk. It was definitely a mistake. I would never touch that kid again. Dirt ugly. Like,
What's your type then?
pretty boy with tats, you know.
How old were you and how did you lose your virginity?
I was 19 years old when I lost my virginity. It was at Booze and Hearts in Toronto, Ontario, just outside of Barrie, in a car.
What kind of car was it?
It was a Mini Coupe.
So it was pretty tight.
It was very tight. It was very tight.
Where's this girl now that you lost your virginity to?
I think she owns a condo in Montreal. She's doing well, supposedly. I don't know.
Would you do it again? Yes or no?
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%.
What's your biggest red flag in a guy?
If they say that their dad is abusive and that they cause them a lot of trauma, they'll probably do the same thing to you.
Do you have any like stories about that or no?
I've got thrown across a porch before, but in retaliation, it's okay. I kicked his rearview mirrors off. It's all good. They're gone. Held on by Gorilla Glue, so.
What's the biggest red flag in a girl?
Gold digger. If she a gold digger, leave now. If she wants you to take you to an expensive restaurant, say no. If she wants you to take her to anywhere that costs money, say no. If she don't want to go for a walk in the park.
Are you just saying that you're broke?
Broke is crazy. We can take somebody anywhere. We just want to know if y'all gonna take us anywhere we want before we broke.
quick question. What's the biggest red flag in a guy?
Probably when he has like a really tiny ego.
So like, what do you mean by that? Like, elaborate.
So like he's really self-confident about like the smallest things, and he can't be wrong. Like it's just not possible.
So you don't like a guy that's like always right and like thinks he's always right?
Not that he's always right, but that he thinks he's always right, you know?
Okay. What's the biggest red flag in a guy?
Definitely when their mom is crazy.
When they act different in front of a guy, like they're guys.
Do you have like a story like that kind of correlates with that or not?
I mean, when they act one way with you, but then they like joke with you and like when they're with all the boys, I guess.
Okay, and then how about you? Do you have a story that goes along with that?
Yeah, my ex-boyfriend's mom used to text me off of his phone acting like him.
Okay, so my ex used to do that too, so like...
We're the same.
What's the biggest red flag in a girl?
Personality issues.
What do you mean by like what kind of personality issues do you mean?
If she doesn't play games, she's no fun.
So you like a girl that plays games?
Games only.
What's the kind of game that like a girl has played with you before?
Tic-tac-toe.
Do you guys see this right here? A girl's played tic-tac-toe on his leg.
Gotta play games.
What's the biggest red flag in a guy?
If he has kids under 3 years and he's like back and forth with the baby mama constantly.
And have you been like with a baby daddy before? Like, do you have a baby daddy?
And it was the most traumatizing thing in my life.
What's the biggest red flag in a guy?
They talk really down on girls. Girls that they might have been friends with, girls that they might have dated, they talk really down on them. Really, that means that just they're not over them.
What's the biggest red flag in a girl?
I have to say, too many guy friends. It's a bit of a red flag. Too many opportunities there. We'll leave it as is, you know. I'm the guy, you know.
Have you been with a girl that's not a guy best friend?
To be honest, no. I try to avoid it at all possible. I'm with a good lady right now. No guy best friends. Yeah, we're good on that.
What's the biggest red flag in a girl?
A woman who is not willing to work.
So you don't want to be like...
No, it's okay to like be retired when you're 30, but if you can't help your man succeed between the 20s, that's a red flag.
Okay, so you're saying like a girl needs to help you get to that point in your life to like be able...
They have to help you, but they can provide. They can show that they're willing to help.
How so though? Just like money-wise or what?
No, nothing's ever about money, but like emotionally, you know what I'm saying? Groceries, for example. If it's like you're $50 short, she can provide the $50. Ooh, she's showing she's willing to help you. That's it. That's all it takes. It's nothing crazy. I'm not asking you to pay rent. I can do that. But, you know, just simple.
What's the biggest red flag in a guy?
If he works in a bar or a restaurant and that's his main job, like a bartender, a bar back, and that's it.
Why is that?
Because they spend too much time around girls and that their job is to flirt and like there's just too much. They're in the streets too much.
Have you been like the girl that like flirts with one of the bartenders at all or no?
Yeah, I worked in a restaurant and I dated a lot of the bartenders and that's why it's the biggest red flag.
So she has a lot of experience. Okay. I have a question for you guys. What's the biggest red flag in a guy?
Cowboy boots, like pants tucked into cowboy boots.
No.
Pit vipers, ew.
Have you guys had like a bad experience with guys with like cowboy boots or pit vipers or?
One time I dated a guy and he had pit vipers on and he went to McDonald's and got a Shamrock Shake and then asked me to talk and threw it in my face with the pit vipers on.
Ew.